Tyson of Sunderland is our referee this afternoon. It's a cold afternoon, but that's how it should be at this time of the year. And Derby County looking for a repeat of their performance against Nottingham Forest, against whom they recorded very much their best win of the season, 4-1 here at the baseball ground, 2 home matches ago. And Weimar wins the first touch, and here's Davis, and the referee's given the penalty. The referee's given the penalty a matter of seconds into the match for a foul by Neil on Roger Davis. Well, the Liverpool players looked stunned, but the referee looked at it, thought about it, pointed at the spot, but the Liverpool players obviously feeling that he bounced off him and there was no intention by the Liverpool defender to bring Davis down. So Ray Clement has to try to save the penalty before he's had a touch of the ball. And Roger Davis to take it and scores. His first league goal since they brought him back here. Well, they got a gift against Nottingham Forest when Peter Shilton dropped the ball, and they've now been given a gift against Liverpool. And we've had exactly a minute's play as we kick off for the second time. That sent a real hum around the ground, as one might expect. As David McKellar gets his first touch in rather happier circumstances than Clements. Colin Ellison, second from the right as we look in the dark coat. Maybe feeling that the referee is something of a Santa Claus to him. And Davis is offside. Well, Paisley showing no emotion, but I would feel that his comments on the penalty are probably not printable. David Webb didn't get there, and the cover was by Rioch. And here's Terry McDermott. Well, it was nicely played to him. There was quite a cavalry charge at him. Maybe by moving Ray Kennedy to the near post, slight concentration was lost then by one or two of the Derby defenders. The header by Thompson took the sting out of it, gave it to the man in space. Neil. Dermott and Powell. Derby throw. Dermott complaining to the referee that he was pushed. Thompson. Souness. Ray Kennedy forward, Alan Kennedy wide. Number 3. Dalglish, here's McDermott. Webb got there first. And here's Case. Wouldn't come down, bouncing all over the place. Rioch gets it away. And Daly gets it up in the air. And look at David Webb. Heaven's sake, the Panther division has arrived. And Ray Kennedy will take the free kick. Scored at both ends. 17 minutes of the match, and Roger Davis, who couldn't get among the goals, has scored twice but made the score one apiece. Ray Kennedy's free kick, the ball coming off the top or high on the forehead of Roger Davis and curling over a goalkeeper who was completely static. Well, it really is the season of Christmas gifts. Now Hansen. moment we're watching a fairy tale to stretch all credibility. Buckley. Now what change of temperament will that produce? Oh, that's a beauty and well saved! Vicious curling shot by Jimmy Case. And David McKellar got up to turn it over. Fine shot and fine save. Johnson coming in on it. Comfortably taken by the keeper. Singing jingle bells just to add to the atmosphere. Davis. An obstruction has to be given against Webb. Didn't make contact with the ball, but clearly he was trying to do so. The referee had no choice other than to give the indirect free kick. She's met by Davis. Down to Alan Kennedy. Sipped a bit, just past the far post. Davis and Thompson. And here's Wymark. He did well, he tried to get the high looper. Ray Clements was very confident where it was going. He was covering his right-hand post. Dalglish. Dermot had run just too far forward. Langan. Wymark. Just didn't come off. And Neil quickly produces the counter. Wymark has made a good start for Derby. Push on Ray Kennedy. Neil. Johnson. Neil. All's good to cover. And then Rioch. I wanted one touch too many. Beautifully done by Dalglish. Swiftest possible turn. Langan. Webb. Go forward, he says. Davis. Daly. Emery forward. Three in the middle. Daly making it four. Here's Wymark. And here's Rioch on the left. Setting up the chance for Rioch, which he flashed at, hit hard but hit wide. And we come to the end of a curious but nonetheless entertaining half, with Roger Davis playing both the part of Prince Charming and one of the Ugly Sisters. A magnificent shot by Jimmy Case that deserved a goal, but he was denied by David McKellar. And some fine, determined play in midfield by Jerry Daly for Derby. And at the interval, it's 1-1. But there can be no doubt that the conversation in the crowd at half-time and indeed in the dressing rooms will concern itself a fair bit with the penalty incident of the first minute, which really set the game alight. Phil Neal, adjudged to have brought down Roger Davis in what looked to me to be an awkward challenge, but the referee had no doubt he was on the spot, and he gave the penalty. So Liverpool's top scorers, Dalglish with 15 and Johnson with 13. In all competitions, that is, get the second half underway. And I would have thought there had been a few things said in the Liverpool dressing room about their first half form, which really was quite disappointing for them, but much of it due to the endeavour of Derby County, which the crowd have been very quick to appreciate. Daly. Determination from Case. Dalglish. And Rioch nicking it away from fellow Scot and World Cup player. Rioch this afternoon has looked as though he's got still quite a lot to offer. He played only 8 games last season and was loaned out both to Sheffield United and to Birmingham. But here he is, needing 2 more games for his 150 for Derby. Here's Neal. Ray Kennedy chasing in. Two up for Derby. Really has made a promising start for them. To go back to America to play for Vancouver Whitecaps. Sort of useful track for Colin Ellison to have brought here. Rioch. Emery. Case who flicked it away. Free kick against Johnson for hipping his man out of the way. Emery, away by Alan Kennedy. And they all left it. Emery, I think Rioch's pass in fact was intended for Langan, who takes over. Webb. Wymark. Powell. Davis. Wymark. Davis. He's causing problems. Davis, though, really just took a swing at that without being able to play it with any sort of control. Johnson. Souness. Neal. Dermot ahead, Case wide. Rioch recovering, and Liverpool will be given the penalty for that challenge by Rioch on Dalglish. And that is the first penalty that Liverpool have been given in a league match since December of last year. Rioch, the culprit, stretching for the ball against Dalglish. The referee obviously feeling that he played over the top of the ball. Colin Ellison having a word with the secretary, Michael Dunford. Bob Paisley, in fact, has already left. Bob Paisley now has come back to get his seat in the grandstand view of Terry McDermott taking the penalty. McDermott scored on Match of the Day against Nottingham Forest in December of last year, and that was the last time a penalty has been scored by Liverpool, and the last time one was awarded in a league match. And he puts that away so beautifully. Finally taken in the 54th minute, and the goalkeeper's weight was to his left, and McDermott tucked it low and right into the corner at the bottom of the stanchion. back in front, and it will take a superhuman effort by Derby to deny them that. Rioch has had a good game. The culprit at the turning point of the match, I think we'll find out at the end. Dalglish has recovered. It's not looking 100%. Meantime, Buckley has a free kick. Here's Daly. Rioch. Wymark. And Powell couldn't get a real shot in. Hansen. Dermot doing a lot of running forward. Trying to deliver to Johnson. Johnson, the flag stays down. Buckley. Powell. Davis really ought to have got nearer to that. Wave couldn't cut it out, and it goes to Dalglish. And here is Johnson, and that is 3. Disconsolate. He was left bereft of any cover. Smiling Kenny Dalglish goes to thank Alan Kennedy rather. Alan Kennedy's through ball. Webb stretched for it, couldn't get it, and Dalglish, with the cool head that we've seen so often, just laid it across the box for Johnson to tap it in. So the game has now swung totally Liverpool's way. And Alan Kennedy's pass added to it. It's going their way from the moment of the penalty. And I think now that Derby must be wondering how many will finish up in their net in this half. Certainly the supporters will be thinking that. Alan Kennedy. How about that for accuracy? Johnson. McDermott's gone in the box. Spread out the case. Davis. Powell. Offside against Davis. Play continues. Johnson and Osgood. Chess as the referee, and he was closest. Dermot. Neal, away by Osgood. Alan Kennedy. Oh, he wasn't very happy about that, Alan Kennedy, and he put in a kick on Rioch. Rioch, in fact, appealed to the referee not to do what he's about to do, which is to book Alan Kennedy for kicking Rioch, after he obviously felt that Rioch himself had fouled him. Fault in the first place, and he couldn't save the referee taking action against Alan Kennedy, for whom, of course, there's no excuse for going to kick him being Rio. Langen. Taking a bit of a battering, but keeping possession. Neal. Thompson. Davis. Powell. Here is Langan. Results, but gained in surprising fashion. Bob Paisley goes away, and we look at the man on whom the whole thing turned. The penalty incident in the 52nd minute. His foul on Kenny Dalglish. McDermott taking and scoring the penalty, the first that Liverpool have had for over a year. And from that point onwards, the points were Liverpool's. David Johnson just getting the third goal. There might have been more, but it would have been very hard on Derby County, particularly on Jerry Daly and Trevor Wymark, if there had been. The final score, Derby County 1, Liverpool 3.